Hey, my friend, I know you are doing so well. Hey, I'm just excited because, you know, even if you are just a business owner, this course was going to help you to identify the right people to put on your team, because your business always going to depend on the type of people you surround yourself with it. And if you are just a student and you want to tap it into another level out there, this is going to help you. I mean, I think this is just an unfair advantage, right? Unfair advantage is just some information out there that, I mean, information like this that you're the only one who know exactly how to do it and how to get there. So when you position yourself, people will be like, man, how do you do that? I mean, you are special. When do you learn this from? You tell them that, hey, it's just some of those unfair advantage. So today I will talk about the point number 3. You know, when you know exactly what you want in life and you know exactly what you want to do in life, the industry you want to get in, you have to do something very, very, very great that I will talk about in a minute. Chances that whatever we're trying to become or whatever we aspire to be in life is because we saw that somewhere, right? So you have to have a role model. You have to have a role model. Let's say if you wish to be a best journalist, I think you probably watched TV and saw this great man, the way he talked, the way he articulated, you love it. The way he dressed, it triggers something out of you. And now you want to do the same thing. Maybe, you know, you walk in a plane and you saw the pilot, you hear the pilot, and then since then you're like, man, I want to become a pilot. I want to walk, I want to be a flight attendant. Because you saw the way they was dressed, the way they move around with their back in a group. I mean, check in a Hilton hotel and all this thing. You were like, wow, this is cool. You have to have a role model. You have to find somebody you can model yourself after. The truth is that there's no way you can go where you have never been in your mind. If you never dream of it, if you don't admire it, you'll never get there. Matter of fact, what you don't model doesn't exist. Every limitation in your life is because you never saw before. You can't touch it, you can't dream it. So the role model will take you exactly where you want to go or where you want to be. Your role model will inspire you. Your role model will encourage you, not physically, but when you think about your role model, when you observe your role model, it molds yourself. It just triggers something within you. Matter of fact, you don't have to be talking back and forth with your role model. I mean, I have some of my role models that I never talked to before. I read their book, I read their biography, I read about them, but I never ever see them. Just like Nelson Mandela. He's one of my role models. When I want to give up on something, I think about him like, man, this guy was in jail. They put him in jail because he wanted to become a president. And he left the jail after, 20-some years. And he still, fulfilled his dream. Role model. Whatever job you are aspired to have, make sure you have a role model. What's the best person on earth that you can read a biography, that you can observe, that you can truly model yourself after? So you have to find somebody who have a great distinction in your area and then model yourself after that person. I remember when I was a lot younger, I love Raphael Djine. He was living right next door to me, and I want to be a radio personality. I want to talk in front of people because of Deli. Deli, he was great. And before Folie, that was, I don't know if his name was Joseph Mingon, with the émission À cœur ouvert in French, for those who are in Cameroon. I used to stay up and listen to À cœur ouvert till midnight. And I want to talk. I want to help people. I want to solve problems. And, today when I see myself sitting here and share my heart with you, back then that was not so much about business, but I modeled myself after these people. I admire them. I admire them. When, Cameron was playing, I love Jean Lambert. I want to listen to Jean Lambert. So whatever he was doing, commenting, all that, I just immerse myself. What is your role model? That could be an actor. That could be a billionaire. That could be a businessman. That could be a great teacher. Who are you model yourself after? You have to define that. You have to do that. And in order to do that, sometimes you need to go, just like within this training, you learn from it. You can do webinar. You can connect to your role model through book, like I said earlier. You can, nail down and connect to some of your role model through workshop. Even on TV. While you watch TV, you can admire certain people that can trigger the need to get into that industry. Again, we are trying to really, really, really mold you. So whatever you are going with your career, you'll be doing exactly what you want to do. And you can do long time because you actually prompt yourself properly to do it. So tomorrow we talk about something very, 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 very important. I think this is going to be like, when the wisdom make the practical. When you see the difference between wisdom and the practical and traditional knowledge. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. And this, again, is going to give you an unfair advantage. See you tomorrow.